Right, so today we're going to talk about the Jacksonville Jaguars. 9-8 record last year. They were 4-5 at home, 5-3 on the road, 4-2 in their division, and they gave up 371 points, but they scored 377 points. So kind of in the middle there. Yeah, I mean they were ninth in passing yards with 242.7 passing yards a game. They were 24th in rushing yards with 96.8 yards a game. 14th in points scored, 22.2 points a game, and they were 17th in points against with 21.8 points scored against them. Um, yeah, I mean, this is a team that I know is trying to build off of um, trying to be a contender. The AFC South is getting better, and I do believe that the Jaguars are doing what they can to just get better, even on offense. I think defensively, they're hitting their stride. They're getting the right amount of people. But let's take a look at their entire depth chart and go by it. Jacksonville Jaguars team starting offense. They're running a three wide receiver and one tight end set, which pretty much most teams are. But Jaguars, yeah, let's look at their offensive line. First of all, left tackle Cam Robinson. He's got upside. He's young. Definitely is getting better as a tackle. When he was drafted, I think since he's been drafted, he's definitely reached a better pass protector, a better run blocker. I do believe that he is getting there. Still got some time to learn, but I think Cam Robinson has been pretty good. At the left guard, Ezra Cleveland. I believe they got him from, I believe it's free agency. I can't say for sure, but hey, he's a reliable guard. Don't really know much about him. So, but from what I saw, not terrible. So I think that could be pretty good moving forward. At center, you got Mitch Morse, who is number three on the top 10 ranking for centers. So that's pretty good. I do believe he's a good veteran center that you need, a good presence that they've been wanting. And, it's a Buffalo loss. It's a Jacksonville gain. I think that's good for them and they're going to get even better with that. Yeah, right guard Brandon Scherf, who is the number three right guard in the top 10. Another guy, Hall of Fame guy, came from Washington, now in Jacksonville, has still been impactful, still great at pulling, still great at being a good run pass protecting kind of offensive lineman. Again, all pros, so that is a great thing. That's a huge upgrade for him. That side is nice. And then at right tackle, Anton Harrison, who is number 10 on the right tackle list. I mean, young, needs to get better, sure, but he's done a lot. He's done a great amount of work for him to get to the level that he's at. So good on him. Um, then you look at the offense. QB Trevor Lawrence, he's honorable mention on the QBs. There's just a lot of them, but he's a top 10 kind of guy. He can be a top 10 kind of guy if he's healthy. I know he was banged up last year. I do believe he can be super, super impactful, and I think he's really good for the team. I think he's going to be very beneficial with everything that he's gotten this year. Running back Travis Etienne, honorable mention. I think he's going to explode. I think he'll be in the top 10 by the end of this next year. Yeah, I think he's just young and he's ready to get some carries in. He's ready to just impact the team. I'm excited to have Travis have him on the Jaguars, man. And then you're looking at the receivers. You got Gabe Davis, who they got from Buffalo. He's been great in Buffalo, well, pretty crucial to Josh Allen. Kind of played like a little slot kind of guy. This time, I think he's going to go into a receiver type esque position and play more on the outside, and that's great to see that. Brian Thomas Jr., the tremendously great draft pick that they got, he's going to be great. I really do believe that. With Trevor Lawrence throwing him the ball, he should be great. He's a big receiver. He's fast, strong. I mean, he's ready to go. And then that's the slot position. Christian Kirk, honorable mention, one of the best slot receivers in the game. Definitely love Christian Kirk. He's got a lot of potential, and Trevor Lawrence loves the guy. So great connection there, along with the tight end Evan Ingram, who is number five on the top 10 tight ends list because of, well, I mean, this man had so many grabs, so many receiving yards. I mean, he is a weapon down the middle. Um, I think he's undervalued as a blocker. I think he's got potential in blocking. But this is a good tight end, man. He's a great tight end. Definitely a problem. You need to guard him, and that's the thing is that you can't guard everybody, and there's just a lot of weapons that Trevor Lawrence has at his disposal that he can honestly have a huge year. Um, at the defensive side, they run a 4-3. At the DN position, we got Josh Hines Allen. He was sixth on the outside linebacker list. Great edge rusher. I believe 17 and a half sacks this past year. Yeah, just tremendously amazing. Super impactful, super, he's just in everyone's face. He is a problem, and he's going to continue to be a problem. Um, for offense and offensive lines. And yeah, so Josh Allen is a really, really good pick for him, or to have him there. Yeah, so D tackle, Devon Hamilton, upside, young. Think he's going to be good at the run stops. Yeah, I'm excited to see what he does on the daily day. And then you had Eric Armstead, who they have as a veteran, D tackle, played for the Niners for a long time. Definitely believe he's going to be also impactful as well. So having both of them for the run stop, I think is fantastic, fantastic idea along with the end, really young Trayvon Walker, the first round pick there for the Jaguars. Great upside. I think he definitely showcased it this year. He's keep getting better. Him and Josh Allen's going to be a nasty duo when it comes down to Trayvon being, the mature Trayvon that I know he can be with the potential that he has in his craft. So yeah, that's dangerous. When you look at the linebackers, you got at the outside, you got Foyesade Oluokun, who is number eight. He's number eight in the inside linebackers, and rightfully so. He's a tackling machine. Yeah, he's a tackling machine. He's a disruptor. He's going to be great, definitely. Unless there's an injury, he's going to be great. At the middle linebacker, Devin Lloyd, honorable mention for sure. Um, Definitely a guy that is also young and getting better, but also has proven himself to being a really young star in the league. So that's great for them. And then the only question is Chad Muma, has upside, but also is unproven, and his numbers have not lined up to make him a threat right now. But I think having Lloyd, having Ulacan, I think that might have him become a better player for that. So definitely look on the lookout for him and see what Chad Muma does this year. I believe this is a really good defense already. And then you look at the back end of things. You got Tyson Campbell, who's got upside. He honestly, as a corner, he's got upside. Definitely could be honorable mention. Um, top 10, obviously, with some work, but Tyson Campbell ain't no joke. I think he's really good at what he's doing. Um, at the corner position, you got Ronald Darby, who's a veteran type guy, bringing some leadership to the defense, which they already, um, they are always about trying to bring a mixture of things. And what I've seen in this, they got a couple veterans that are pretty good. They can lead this defense and lead the younger players into becoming ballers. At the safeties, you got Darnell Savage. Um, his whole thing is I want him to hopefully get back to elite status where he was. He was one of the best safeties for a little bit, a year or two, and then he kind of just not like totally fallen down, but he just hasn't been the same impactful player that we're used to. So hopefully he can get back to it. I think having this defense probably can. Especially at the strong safety position when you have Andre Cisco. He was an honorable mention for the free safety list, but strong safety does suit him. He hits hard. He tackles. I mean, he's all over the field. Love to have him at the strong safety position there. And yeah, this defense just looks pretty nasty. And you're looking at the special teams. You got Little, who is a draft pick kicker for them. So hopefully he goes into the league and does what he needs to do. Punter, you got Logan Cook, who's okay. I mean, punters are punters. He's okay. And then Devin Duvernay is their kick returner, and he's very fast. I mean, he may not be the best receiver, but he's a fast dude. So honestly, good thing for them to have kick returner Devin Duvernay. So yeah, they got a lot of pieces, a lot of good pieces, a lot of guys that I see, and I'm like, ooh, okay, this could be really, really good for Jacksonville. So good on them. Um, yeah, I mean, this does not look bad at all. When we look at the Jacksonville Jaguars schedule, yeah, this is going to be a interesting season, I think, for them. Again, the green checks are wins for me. It was hard to see, hey man, where are they at and who are they playing, who are they winning against. It just seems like Jacksonville doesn't catch a break with the schedule. I feel like they just have either A, the teams are just getting better at the right time before they play them, or B, they just get some schedules that are just whack for them, or both. So I mean, overall though, they got to fight through that. They have a good young developing team here, and they got a team that can win a lot of games. So now you're looking at the schedule predictions. They're playing at Miami first week. I don't believe they'll beat Miami in Miami. It'll be a close game, but I believe Miami will win that. They'll definitely beat the Browns at home. I believe they'll have momentum at the home side. They will definitely beat Buffalo in Buffalo. I think Buffalo is. I know a lot of people are saying and downplaying Buffalo, and I'm one of those people. They've lost a lot of people. I don't know how they're gonna do. I think they'll beat them though. I think they'll beat them in Buffalo. They go back. They go to Houston at Houston. Houston's great. They are Super Bowl contenders. They'll lose to Houston, and then after that, it is three straight home games, three straight dubs against the Colts, against the Bears, against the Patriots. Inexperienced, as well as just rebuilding teams. So, and then you got Green Bay and Jacksonville. I think the Packers will go and win that one there in Jacksonville. They'll travel to Philly. They will definitely lose in Philly. Then they'll beat Minnesota in Jacksonville, play in Detroit, and lose there. And then there's their bye week. After that, they will play Houston in Jacksonville. I believe Houston will sweep them. They'll win. They'll lose that one. Houston will win that one. Then they'll go at Tennessee. I think they'll beat them. They're a better team. Lose to the Jets. They will beat the Raiders, beat the Titans, and lose to the Colts. So the final record of 9-8. It's the same thing as last year. I think they'll have the same record. Um, could I see them having higher ceiling than that? Of course, definitely. I think this is a team that is playoff potential, but their schedule just not awesome. So overall, though, 9-8 records my final prediction, and that's where they're at in a loaded AFC South or a uh, a climbing AFC South.